Hello guys, and welcome back to our flag-specific tactics for Domination. This is Overflow. We are starting as usual on flag B. Actually, the second time I've done this video since I had a little video problem with the last one, and it just wasn't okay. So, flag B on this map is one of the more difficult B flags that I've run into so far. There's a few more maps I still don't have a ton of experience with that may be more difficult, but we'll go over everything on this. You, of course, have the windows. The sides are not a mirror. Most maps tend to be somewhat mirrored. This one does not. Now, you have the window where a lot of people are going to be here. You have this area right over the crates, which I'll show you in a moment. You have a doorway that comes out over there. It is identical to this one. You have a window there, and that one has its also identical window. And, of course, anybody that goes around on the outside. So, the places I found, so we'll go C to B because C to B was, I'm not going to say less tactically inclined, but C to B is the stronger position if your team is capable of taking and holding B. The C to B side, C side spawn is better for holding B, the A side spawn is better for taking B. And I'll show you why during the video, and you'll see why that's kind of interesting, and that maybe if you have B, it may not be a bad idea to flip the spawns depending on the aggression level of the other team. So, we really couldn't get rid of any lines of sight, but what we can do is force them to play our game. Force them to play uncomfortably. Now, you'll see here, where we're going to be standing is going to be basically right there. And that's going to force the guy to either come out of this window or jump. And jumping is not a real good thing, as you can see from your crosshairs. It's not terribly good for your aim. It's not horrible, though. So he might be able to get you. Now, what that does get you is, like I said, it forces him out. It also forces anybody from this side who may wish to, because this side does not have an advantage in defending, as you can see. I can't even see the B flag. I couldn't see you where I just told you to stand if I wanted to until I get up here. And so you'll see them before they see you. You'll be sitting here. In fact, if you crouch right here, let me get to the spot, you force him to leave that window, and he has to come over to get you. And then you really are only worried about this side. So at that point, you can literally sit there and kind of take this sweep here and not worry so much about the window, because usually most of your teammates are going to worry about that window. Now we'll go A to B. A to B was much better. A to B is right up against this boat here. Now, the reason for that is, if you look over here, now I said it wasn't very defensible from that side, but if you look on this side, look. I can pop up, or I can crouch down. If I pop up, I can actually see a lot of the B flag area can be seen and shot through here. I mean, it's that easy. And of course, you can climb up over here. But what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, since they can take this area, this is a very easily defensible area where they can crouch, they can basically sit there and take snipers out of this window, wait for you to come up over the thing. We're going to say, where would I want to stand against that? And that is right here, crouch down. Anybody coming around here is not going to know you are there, and he has to come all the way out to get you. So you really only at that point have to worry about anybody coming from this side and possibly the window. But C to B, getting into this window, takes longer than it takes to get to the flag from either A to B or C to B, because they have to go around this window to get in here and be able to shoot and snipe from. You'll be at the end of the flag cap if they're running the entire way with light weapons, say just a knife, and then they whip out an assault rifle when they get out there. You'll be just at the end of the flag cap. All you got to do is pay attention to that window long enough to just get that last second off and then run, like, get out of there. This window, on the other hand, is a shorter time frame to get from A to this window than it is to get from A to B. So that's something you need to pay attention to if you are coming from if you're attacking from the C side, is when I hit here, there is an extremely good chance there could already be somebody in that window. That run is actually less of a distance. So, one thing that I've talked about a lot in these videos is the trophy system and how I find it to be a very incredible thing. Now, trophy system has a weird arc for throwing, and I want to kind of show that, because you'll see here, like, if I go up and throw the trophy system, it goes a good distance, but as you can see, it's not too much different. That's actually about the best distance you'll get and height. So when you're running from A or B, you can actually Alright, my trophy system is already out there. I'm ducked. It's going to work, even in that position. And it's protected. Now, on the other side, when you're coming from this side, if you want to come over, again, throw your trophy system. Now, notice, by throwing it up angled like that, it's over here, so they actually have to come around the bus over here or around here to kill it. So that's 2 grenades if you use the trophy system right there, and by throwing it like that, it's actually going to land in a very appropriate place where you want it to be. You want it to defend you, and that's where it's going to be, and it's going to stay alive. It has about a 10-meter radius, so it's actually going to cover most of the flag already, and it will get anything coming over the top of this van. If you put it a little closer to here, if you could manage to just turn yourself, angle it slightly to here, it'll actually get most of the stuff that comes out of this window as well. And I found that that works really well. And again, because this is so open, if you can run a trophy system, it'll help. If you run smoke, it's kind of okay, but you have to realize that's not a very big area. And anybody with an automatic weapon could just spray into the cloud. Anybody with a dual band scope is going to see right through it. So, millimeter scanner sees right through it. You know, the smoke isn't necessarily... It's a good idea, but it's not necessarily the best idea. So, that takes care of Flag B on Overflow, retake number 2. And I think that'll cover that. There's some stuff I'll show you about the vehicles on this one. Because those little blue cars right there, those cars don't blow up. So they are always good for cover. So I'll show you that on the next flag. That takes care of Flag B. I thank you guys for watching. I appreciate everybody who watches. And good luck out there. And have a great day, everyone.